After the whistle begins in Bellefonte where this happened. Trevor Johnson, under pressure rolling out to his right, forced to heave one downfield to Dominic Caparella. Triple teamed, he makes the grab, and that's a big-time play from a big-time player. I'm Logan Barandis. More on that game later. Plus a look at how the weather affected games around the district this week.
And I'm John Drigger. We'll also take you down to Hollidaysburg, where the town welcomed home their Little League team after making a historic appearance at the Little League World Series. After the whistle starts right now. The last time Williamsport faced off against the State College Little Lions, the team defeated the Millionaires 17-14 to take home the District 6 championship. We now head into Memorial Field in downtown State College for tonight's game of the week and a rematch of last year's championship. Take a look at that crowd here. State College football back in full bloom right near Allen Street. Taking a look in the middle of the first quarter, J.W. Scott rushing 7 yards into the end zone, bulldozing his way for the touchdown. State College would go up 7-0 early on. Later in the first quarter, the next drive, freshman Deontay Sheffy, 58 yards, breaking tackles, green grass right ahead of him, and into the pay dirt for the score. State College going up 14-0 heading into the second quarter. Now and from there, J.W. Scott gets the ball, rushes it to the other pylon this time for a 13-yard rushing touchdown. State College would go up 21-0 and would not look back, making a statement early on against Williamsport. They beat the Millionaires 42-14. State College had no problems on opening night. They were up 42-0 at halftime. J.W. Scott and freshman Deontay Sheffy both had 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. The Little Lions opened to get the win on opening night. Now we're here with Austin Groff, who was at that game in State College. Austin, how are you doing?
Doing great, John. So happy that football is back. It's going to be a great season. But this game on paper looked to be a really good matchup, but the Little Lions took it away in a blowout victory. So let's go to the package for this game. The Little Lions dominated the first half on the ground, featuring rushing touchdowns from several players. Senior J.W. Scott started the scoring this season.
I don't know. I was like nervous, but I was so ready to play. You know, senior year, everyone tells you it goes by so fast, and like the game went by so fast. You know, so I'm just ready to ball out and perform. And I was so excited to come and have one final year at Memorial. Man, it was so exciting.
I mean, we knew that they were coming for something. We knew that in the end we ended their season. The coaches instilled that with us, and we were just ready for whatever was coming at us.
Freshman running back Deontay Sheffy had an electric start to his career as a Little Lion, had 2 rushing touchdowns, one of which being a 42-yard rush right here to my left. Started here, came all the way down the sidelines, and barreled his way into the end zone, getting his first career touchdown as a Little Lion.
I was just happy for real. Like once I got past that safety, I said to myself, I'm gonna just be smiling right after that. I just couldn't, I don't even remember the emotions anymore. It's just crazy.
Sheffy had a great start to his career as a freshman and has plenty of opportunities to grow this season with his teammates. Reporting for After the Whistle, I'm Austin Groff. Next week, the Little Lions will head on the road to take on Downingtown East.
The rain didn't stop our next matchup in Altoona as the Mountain Lions welcome the Hollidaysburg Golden Tigers. Let's go out to Mansion Park as Altoona getting ready for this matchup. We'll take you into the middle of the second quarter, and it'll be right down the middle. Alexander Yost pounding it in for the rushing touchdown to be 6-0. Mountain Lions lead. They missed the extra point, but the fans still getting really excited about it. And 2 minutes later, Hollidaysburg would respond. Tucker Rossman going to find Nick Berkey for the long touchdown, breaking the tackle, and he breaks free. That would tie the game up at 6 apiece. And following that, a controversial call would emerge as Berkey would come down with an interception, trying to get 2 feet down, but the referee says no. Hollidaysburg get the field goal to go up 9-6 at the halftime, and the Golden Tigers, on their first drive of the second half, would get a big stop. Branson Adams going to set up the 4th down for Altoona, and the Mountain Lions would go on to win this chippy rivalry game 19-9. Altoona's Alex Yost had 2 touchdowns, and Ian Palilla hit a 34-yard field goal. Hollidaysburg's Nick Berkey had a 40-yard touchdown, and Ben Sanowski nailed a 32-yard field goal.
Bellefonte opens up their 2022 season hosting the Selins Grove Seals at Rogers Stadium. This game was originally set at 7 o'clock, but due to lightning in the area, it got pushed back 25 minutes for kickoff. And on a weird stormy night that didn't really happen, the Bellefonte team decided to go with a beach theme for their student section. However, we're going to take it up on the opening drive for Selinsgrove. Quarterback Mike Pastore scrambling, finding daylight before being forced out of bounds after an 18-yard quarterback scramble. That led to a field goal, and the Seals would go up 3-0. Next drive for Selinsgrove, Pastore digging over to a screen pass over to wide receiver Nick Rice. He would throw all the way in for the touchdown. Selinsgrove now leading 10-0 over the Bellefonte Raiders. Switching over into the second quarter on second down, Pastore dropping back in the pocket once more. Intense pressure coming through the defensive line, but heaves it downfield on the near sideline and finding wide receiver Gavin Bastian right at the hash marks. That would lead to a 25-yard field goal, 13-0 Seals lead. In the third quarter now on third down, Pastore finding Gavin Bastian once again on the far sideline, 28 yards down the field and hauls it in. This would lead to a 40-yard field goal. Selinsgrove would go up 19-0 and would continue to rock and roll on their way to victory as the Seals beat the Raiders 32-0. Bellefonte's quarterback completed 6 of just 17 passes for less than 100 yards, but it was Selinsgrove who ran away with this one. The Red Raiders will look to bounce back next week.
Not great weather for a beach theme, John. Listen up. The Forest Hills and Richland game has been postponed until 7 p.m. Saturday. At last check, Forest Hills leads 8-0. This game was delayed due to lightning. Phillipsburg Osceola beat West Branch 49-20.
Mount Union held off Huntington 7-0. And Juniata Valley beat Glendale 23-12.
Penns Valley beat Line Mountain 41-13. Bedford beat Bishop McCourt 44-0. Central will play Bishop Guilfoyle Saturday at 7 p.m. to wrap up this first week of play. The Bald Eagle area Eagles welcomed a packed house as they faced the Troy area Trojans in an offensive battle. And we take you late in the first quarter. Bald Eagle up 3 and not anymore. Clayton Smith jumping the route, running up that right sideline to give Troy a 6-3 lead. They missed the extra point. Middle of the second quarter, still same score, and Cameron Watkins respond, getting the fumble recovery to set the Bald area Eagles up inside their own 5, and Kalal Burns responded, getting the receiving touchdown to put Bald Eagle up 9-6. Still same score late in the second quarter, and oh no, it happened again. Justice Chimmix picking off the quarterback in Carson Nagel, running down the left sideline for the touchdown to set Troy up 13-9, and Troy would hold on to win 20-9. Bald Eagle will hope to bounce back next week hosting Clearfield.
Now for the backyard brawl. Tyrone hosted Bellwood Antis tonight. And take a look, here will be the trophy coming up as both teams will be playing for. There it is. Bellwood has won the last 3 meetings in the series. And on the first drive of the game, Tyrone would answer very quickly. Sophomore quarterback Ashton Walk finds senior receiver Ross Gampy on a 24-yard gain that puts Tyrone in the red zone. Later in that same drive on 4th and 8, Walk finds Gamp again. This time fade route into the corner of the end zone for the score. Tyrone would go up 7-0 early on in the first quarter. Later in the first quarter, Walk trying to look for options, intense pressure going in, rolling off into his left. Finding downfield, looking for an option. He finds Deegan Baldu, who trots right into the end zone for the score. 14-0, the Golden Eagles lead Bellwood Antis. Now we turn our attention to the middle of the second quarter here. Following a muffed punt, Tyrone takes over inside the Bellwood 10-yard line. 2nd and goal, Walk finds his favorite target, and Ross Gamp once again from 11 yards out. Tyrone would go up 21-0 and would not look back. They win 27-12. Tyrone's quarterback completed 11 of 17 passes and had 4 total touchdowns. The Golden Eagles will host Phillipsburg next week, and Bellwood will host Kerwinsville, hoping to pick up their first win of the season.
Coming up, Penn State travels to West Lafayette to take on Purdue in the season opener, but with a big change at the wide receiver position.
Welcome back to the show. Penn State will kick off their regular season against the Purdue Boilermakers, who last played the Nittany Lions in 2019 in Happy Valley. The offense will have some shoes to fill after Jahan Dotson was drafted by the Washington Commanders, number 16 overall in the draft. But help is on the way in the form of Mitchell Tinsley, who had over 1,400 receiving yards last year at Western Kentucky. Tinsley will also have quarterback Sean Clifford back for a sixth and final season. The Nittany Lions season will start up Thursday, September 1st at 8 p.m. on Fox.
Well, as Penn State's season begins, another local team's magical season has finally come to a close. The Hollidaysburg Little League team returned home to applause and a cheerful crowd after their unbelievable run in the Little League World Series. After losing their first game of the series to the Southwest team from Pearland, Texas, they then went on a 3-game winning streak but would eventually lose to Texas once again 8-4, knocking them out of the tournament.
And to see them succeed and fail, but then enjoy the experience, it is really something that we'll have forever. It's a bond that we'll have for forever. Hey,
the superintendent of Hollidaysburg Area School District gave the players a day off after their great run. Earlier in the week, Zach Gershman caught up with head coach Jim McGough about their team's run in the series.
Boys, girls, like all sorts of different people that are excited to come and be a part of this and see the dream is possible. I mean, in 2015, when our league chartered with Little League International, this was the dream. And now that we're here and we get to experience it, and the kids have worked hard to get to this point, they're showing that it can happen. And seeing the faces and not just from our area. I mean, we're seeing from other areas that this is great. You're showing that we can believe too, and the more we believe that we can do it, great things can happen. We talk about it all the time around our defense. I mean, it's something that we feel very, very strong about, and we practice it a lot. And a lot of teams, they like to start their momentum with their offense. We like to start our momentum with our defense. We feel if we can shut down any momentum from an offensive side with our competition, we can really be a spark for us. And our kids get really excited when we're able to shut down the offense of the opposing team and get us rolling with our offense. We love the opportunity. We love to play baseball, so we know that if something happens where we end up in the losers bracket, we get to play more baseball and we get to show what we're made of. And tonight was another example of being able to respond from adversity, especially in a World Series atmosphere. And it was a lot of fun, watching the kids come together and respond.
What an unbelievable run by the Hollidaysburg team. And I believe from me and the rest of the crew here at After the Whistle, it's going to be Bull Power forever. Well, Week 1 is now officially in the books, and that'll do it for us. I'm John Drager.
And for Austin Groft, I'm Logan Barandis. Be sure to stay tuned all season long as we bring you the latest from across District 6. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time on
After the Whistle.